beaches? What's poppin' beaches? What's poppin' beaches? How are you guys today? So I've just had bundles of free time because my classes are starting to wrap up and I don't procrastinate, so I've gotten pretty much all my stuff done that I need to get done. So I'm gonna decide to make another video for you guys, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. I want to share with you guys one of my passions, and I'm actually going to school to study this, which is computer science. So for any of you guys who would like to get into coding a little bit, I think I want to create a little tutorial for how to get started with coding in Java. So that's basically the language that I have been using in school. I know a few others, but Java is definitely my strongest language, I'd say. And I know there's a lot of tutorials on how to get started in Java, but I bet you there ain't many ASMR tutorials on how to get started, so this is going to be a first. Okay, so I have my little screen recorder going so we can do all this together. So the first thing that you're going to need is a JDK. Now, a JDK is short for Java Development Kit, and what this allows you to do, I won't get into the super specifics on this, but it basically allows you to run Java on your computer. So you need to download this for your computer to be able to run Java at all. So you wouldn't be able to really code in Java unless you download this. So we're gonna go through the installation of that first. So we're gonna go into our web browser and we're gonna type in just JDK download. Okay, so yeah, see right here it says Java Development Kit, and Oracle I think is the company that I don't think they created Java, but they are the ones managing it right now. So yeah, we will go to oracle.com. As you can see, I've already clicked on this because I've downloaded it before. And so here we go. So there's a bunch of stuff over here, blah 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 blah. There's a bunch of additions of the JDK. We'll just go right here, JDK download. And this is the most recent one that they have put out. So right here, what this means is just what your operating system is. So if you're on Linux, depending on which distribution of Linux you have, obviously if you don't have a Linux computer, don't worry about any of this. You'll probably, if you run Linux, you probably know what distribution you have. So depending on that, just get whichever package here. But if you are on Windows, then you'd want to choose one of these two right here. And if you're on Mac, you'd want to choose one of these two right here. And if you're a beginner, I just go with the executable. That's basically a little setup wizard. So instead of just downloading it to your computer in like a file and then you having to find everything, this actually just it takes you through the process, so it's a little bit easier. So we're gonna click on the Windows X64. So for the 64-bit Windows computer installer, odds are you have a 64-bit Windows computer. If you don't, you can get one of the less recent versions of the JDK if you have a 32-bit computer, and you can download it that way. So I have a 64-bit, so we're gonna click on this. Just click accept here, and we're gonna go and install this. So this is an executable, so once it's done installing, I can just click on it, open it up, and it'll take me through the process of setting it up. So I think in this video we're gonna set up the JDK, or install the JDK, and we're also going to install Eclipse, which is a IDE, or an integrated development environment. Is just an application that helps you. It makes it a little bit easier to write Java code. You don't need it. You can write it on using the command line, but that's a little bit more complicated. And for people who are first timers, you'd probably want to use an IDE like Eclipse. That's the one I would recommend. Okay, so let's open this up here. Yeah, just click accept here. Wait a little bit. Hold on just a bit. Okay, here we go. So now we are into the setup wizard. So just click next. This is basically just saying, let me see here. So this is just saying where the installation is going to be. Just leave that alone. It's fine. And click next. And now it's just going to install it onto our computer. Now I feel like my computer's hella slow for some reason, so I hope we don't have to wait a really long time here. I'll just make some sounds while we wait. Alright, look, it's already done. Cool. Okay, so don't worry about the next steps, because we're doing this in the tutorial, so don't really worry about that. Just know that's installed, so that's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and click close here. Alright, so now we can go into our... So where it normally would get downloaded by default, I think, is program files. And then we would go down to Java. And then these are all the JDKs. Don't worry about this. This is a JRE. It's something a little bit different. You don't need to worry about that. But as you can see right here, this one, this one is what we downloaded in 11/21, which is the date of this recording at 9:36. So you don't need to worry really about what's in here. Just know that this is where it's downloaded if you ever need to find it in the future. So go to your C drive on Windows, program files, and then Java. I don't exactly know where it would be on Mac, but you should be able to see that in the installation where it's going to download. And if you want to change it, you can just change it. Okay, so now moving on to Eclipse. So we're going to open up another tab here. Just type in Eclipse download. Simple as that, guys. It's simple as that. Programming is easy. Okay. So here we go. This one, you don't need to worry about whether you have a Mac or anything, because this button, I think it's just going to factor in. It knows what type of computer you have, so you don't really have to worry about that. So just click the download button, and just click download here. This is just a file that's going to be downloaded. It's an executable again, so it's going to be like an installation wizard. So it'll lead you through the download just like the JDK. So that's perfect. Let's click download here. And it's going to ask you to donate some money. If I had money, I'd definitely do that. I really like Eclipse. It's a great IDE. Another good one, if you guys are curious, is VS Code. It's made by Windows. Very good IDE, but I think for Java and people just starting out, Eclipse is a little bit better. Okay, so it's done downloading here, so let's open this up. This is going to be a little bit confusing. You don't really need to worry about any of this right now. These are IDEs for different purposes, but we don't really care about that right now because we're just trying to learn Java. So I have this one and this one downloaded, but they're all for different purposes. So we are going to want the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So this first one right here. So we're going to click this, and we're going to click install. So as you can see right here, hold on, let me move this. So right here, it's this is looking for your JDK that we just installed. So if we did not have this, we would not be able to run Eclipse because you need that to be able to code in Java. So that's why we need to install that first. Anyway, let's go back to here. Yeah, just probably, yep, just click accept. And it's gonna keep installing. Let's just wait a little bit. This is actually kind of good because I needed to update my version of Eclipse anyway. I hope you guys like the sounds in between here. I'm trying to make it as ASMR-ish as possible. Alright, don't worry about any of these things. We're just gonna click launch here, and if you don't want it to create a desktop shortcut, you can just uncheck this, but I do. So we're just gonna click launch here. And also this is the folder where the Eclipse got installed, so remember that in case you need to find it. Alright, look at the cool screen here. Isn't coding fun? Well, we haven't really coded yet, but this is cool. Okay, so this is also important here. It's going to ask you for a workspace, and this is basically just a place to put all of your files that you code. So let's click browse here. Old computer projects, that's funny. I guess I must have put old computer projects there. Wait, was that the, hold on. Go back, Eclipse workspace. Let's not do that. Let's make our own folder here. Go to Windows. Yeah. Users, Joshua. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little folder here. Whoops. Okay. Just make a new folder. Let's see, what should I call it? Where is it? And we're gonna rename this. Let's see, what should we name it? Let's do ASMR Java. Whoops, hold on. Yeah, ASMR Java tutorial. Okay, so we'll just name it that, and we will select this folder as our workspace. So now all of our files that we make in Eclipse are going to go to this folder, okay? So if you ever need to find them, you'll see them in Eclipse, obviously, but if you ever need to find them, this is where they'll be. You could just easily let it be at the default. Just remember where that is. Okay, so now we're going to launch Eclipse. Alrighty, cool. So, looky here. Look at all this cool stuff that we have. So this is just some tutorials, and this is the welcome page right here, as you can see right there. You don't really need this. Since you're following this tutorial, you don't really need to go through the tutorials or anything. So, and we are going to create a Hello World application right now. So let's cancel out of this. Now, so what we're gonna do here, this is our package explorer. This part right here, this is basically where all of our files are for the code that we're gonna write. So, let's click on create a new Java project because we want to actually write some code here. So we're gonna click on that. Project name, ASMR, Java tutorial again. Okay. Use default. Yeah. ASMR Java tutorial. I don't know if I like that much. ASMR Java. Actually, we'll do tutorial project. Okay. And this is just selecting your. Oh yeah, I think this is just your runtime environment. So don't worry about that. It's already configured. And don't worry about any of this other stuff. Let's click next. Define your build settings. Don't worry about that. Let's just click finish. Discourage module name. Oh, we'll start with a lowercase letter. My bad. We'll just do. That's what. Yeah, we'll just. You kind of do want it to be lowercase, so let's put all of these lowercase. My bad, guys. This is supposed to be tutorial. I'm not doing too well here. Okay, so let's create this. All right. So, module info.java. Okay, let's go ahead and we don't really need any of this here. Let's go ahead and delete this. I don't know how that even got here. Okay, so this is just your runtime environment library. You don't need to worry about that. So right here is where the magic happens. Okay, so this is where we are going to code. So what we're going to do is we are going to first create a package. Now, what a package does is it just helps organize all of our Java files. So we're gonna right click the src folder, which is source code folder. We're gonna go over to new, and then we are going to click package here. Now, your package name should be pretty unique, so we'll just go Peach Boy 2020 for a package name. Okay, so click finish here. You can name this whatever you guys want. Maybe use your name and like your first and last name, maybe the first letter of your first name and your last name, and then 2020 or something like that. Just try and make sure it's unique. You don't really need to worry about it too much right now, but yeah. Okay, so now within this package, we are going to create our first Java code here. So we're going to right click the package again, and inside this package, like I said, you can create your code. So we are going to go new class. So a Java class is basically where we are going to write our code. So we're going to name our class, we'll just name it Hello World ASMR version. Okay, so it's automatically gonna do this for you, but basically this is saying that you've created a new Java program, a class. We'll explain what all of these things are later on, but don't really worry about that too much. So, if you just were to code or whatever in here, that wouldn't really do anything. What we need to make for our application is a main method. So the way that we create a main method in Java is like this. We type public static void main, and then we have parentheses. We go string, these open and close square brackets, args, and then we put these two curly braces right here. Okay. So so this public class Hello World ASMR version, right here, these two brackets, this one and this one, all of our code needs to go within those two brackets. This is what, when the compiler, which is what actually executes your code, well, rather compiles your code and then it's executed, it will look inside of here. So you need to make sure that your code is actually going inside of here, or you're going to get errors. So you can't just write this method anywhere. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to create the Hello World application. We are going to go ahead and write this, what was I saying? We're going to get this to print to the console, and you'll see what a console is in a second. It's going to be down in this area. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to type system.out.println and then parentheses, and then we are going to do double quotes, and we are going to type hello world exclamation point. And every line of, so this right here, we don't need semicolons at the end, but any line within these, we need a semicolon here, or it's not going to work. The semicolon just basically means to the compiler that's going through this code, when you run it, that basically means that is one statement. So you need these semicolons for the compiler to know what is happening, or it'll just keep on going and it won't know what's going on. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to test this out here. So in order to run your program, you go to this little green button right here. I'm guessing there's alternative versions to doing that too. You can go to the run tab up here as well, and then click run, or run as here, either one. I'm just going to click right here. It's asking me to save, so just go ahead and save that. Just click OK here. And look at that. Wow. So this right here is the console. So as you can see, it has printed hello world. Pretty cool, right? We just got the computer to talk to us. Isn't coding amazing? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. There will definitely be more to come, and we will get a lot more advanced than this, so do not worry about that. I just wanted to get you guys set up with everything. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let's get some good vibes before we go. Good vibes, 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 get 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 good vibes. Alright, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one.